So when I was 19, I started a clothing line called Status Apparatus with a friend of mine. And it was
Shout out Status Apparatus.
Status Apparatus.
Put me on my first billboard.
Yeah. In the middle of the city, man.
In the middle of the city.
Crazy, Leland. You're like a connective tissue in my story, and of course Valence is too, but fucking crazy. So what happened was, let me tell you how all this stuff started. I was a huge clothing and sneaker fan, and a lot of the inspiration honestly came from his brother. When I was younger, he used to just leave out of the house.
Shout out Tuna.
Shout out to Tuna, rest in peace. Would come outside in the coolest shit, and I'd be like, how the fuck does he have all that stuff? He was like an Air Max dude.
Yeah.
He had like 10 different colors of Air Max.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And then he'd have like, Bo Jacksons. I'm like, Bo Jackson, like, Bo on TV, Bo knows. And it's just like, I started thinking like, why don't I try to get cool stuff like my cousin? I go to the mall, buy something, and then I'd go to a place and 10 people had the same shit on. And then a friend told me that there were boutiques that existed in Baltimore. Shout out to Shop Gente. There was a Japanese-inspired shop that would change its themes seasonally. So you'd come in, and then 6 months from there, the whole theme would be different. There'd be a motorcycle in the middle of the shop.
Word.
And this guy would go between Japan and Baltimore and bring back stuff. So, like,
Sick.
he would have... So Stussy was a popular thing here, but he'd have Japanese Stussy.
Yeah.
He would get stuff from London. He'd get stuff from... So I was getting stuff that was maybe $10 more.
Yeah.
But it was not everybody was wearing it.
Yeah.
Then I was like, what if I put stuff in these shops? So I started making designs through pirated versions of Photoshop.
Oh, word.
And trying to put stuff together. And at first, no one would listen to me. But then, as I got better, they would be like, hey, if you put some drop shadow on this, I could sell this. If you give me a couple shirts to see what happens. So I was trying to tell my friend, like, yo, this could work. Like, I think that I could put my stuff in like 4 or 5 shops and I can get a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
So he would see me doing this too. So like I developed relationships with printers. I was 19 talking to adults like they were kids because I'm like trying to meet dates and figure out budgets and like this. I was juggling all this stuff as a college student.
Yeah.
So I'm like in school doing that.